Hello, my name is Gregtech82 and welcome back to my Gregtech New Horizons series. I am just smelting up all the ores. As we can see, there is a whole heck of a lot. I have been doing a lot of crafting in between episodes. I think I just got some manual in for the next part of for the node manipulator that I need to get, because I want to get these going. So that should be that. Now I also need, what do I need for this crystal thing? Tanzanite or amethyst? Do I even have either of these? I have no idea where you get this stuff. Tanzanite. Alright, so I didn't prepare for this. I totally didn't even think about this. Tanzanite. Phobos and Deimos. Yeah, I didn't put it down on that vein. I did see that vein, but I never put it on there. What was the other one? Amethyst? Ah, right. The Quantium one on Venus. I haven't done that either. I have a little bit of amethyst, but I need like a... Don't I need... For the lens, I need like an exquisite... Yeah. Or a plate. No, but I need 9. Dang it! I was like, maybe I can... compress it. I just noticed there's impure redstone in there. I have no idea what it's doing in there. Alright, let me... I guess we'll just kind of... I need 9, don't I? All I need is 9. I'll probably do the Tanzanite. That'll probably be easier, I think. Although it does spawn a lot less, but Venus is so annoying to go on. I don't know. Let me grab this stuff and we will be back. Alright, just kidding. I realized I had some Tanzanite in my case. Yeah, I must have gotten that while the miner was out, so... really no clue where it came from. But let's make this lens. It's a bit annoying that like we have to go through this, because like, am I ever going to use those ever again? Probably not. They'll just sit in my A system until I finish the playthrough. Or anything? No, like nothing. So that's... I don't really like items that are only used for one specific thing, so that kind of annoys me a little bit, but oh well. And like this, what the hell am I going to do with a small pile of Tanzanite? Bye. Alright, let's make this crystal, which is probably the only thing I would ever use this for. Guess we can just do that, right? Yep. Not too bad. Sometimes these two, if they're running at the same time, they like fight over the power. So I gotta be careful with that. Or maybe if I have like all this stuff running at once. No, but this is on a different line. Never mind. I don't know. It's these two, I think, that have a problem running together. We finished all this stuff. Oh, I think it is clashing with something. It's something. One of these. Maybe the sulfur or something. It's... I don't know. I'll just leave that out for now. I could throw that in another mixer. What does that need? Was it pyrotheum? Doesn't need anything. Why don't I do that, pyrotheum? Because I definitely have issues with that. So this is kind of my... Wait, no, I can't throw it in here. Can I throw it in this one? Probably can't throw it in that one either, because well, we'll try it in this one, I think. I very rarely am making superconducting. Alright, so crystal. Alright, and is there any other use for this ever again? Alright, so there is an actual use for these, so... Alright, I think that is everything though. Let me just throw that in there, I guess. Oh, no. Last thing I need is the night metal, and I'm waiting for the crop to grow. I did have the crop. It is a... it's a norberry, so it needs to be dark. So I just put it in here. Yep, and it drops these little armor shards. I think that went, didn't it? I'm thinking, is that not... I thought that was harvesting, but now that I'm thinking, maybe it's not harvesting because it's dirt around, not farmland. It's not connected with farmland. Yeah, well, no. I think it has... I don't know. Anyway, I need some more armor shards, and then we can go ahead and craft this up. So let me wait for that stuff, and I really need to... I need to keep sleeping because I'm draining through my power pretty quick, so I definitely want as much power as I can get going on here. Yeah. All right, let me cut here and get the night metal that we need, and we'll be back. All right, so there is the armor shard clusters, and then these turn in to the plates, if I remember correctly. Or do I smelt this? What do I do? Oh, I smelt it. And then we can turn that into the plates, and then that is everything for, I think, for this. Yeah, so there's the night metal. For the node manipulator. 2 of those. Yeah, perfect. All right, so I need to get the aspects for this. Aurum is a bit annoying. I had to... Oh, I have enough. I went out and destroyed a whole bunch of nodes to get Aurum, but it looks like I got enough. So everything else, that's ender pearls, nether warts, coal, chests, and I don't remember what tenebrae is. Obsidian? Yeah, obsidian. Easy enough. All right, so let's get the rest of this. And the last thing that we're going to need one of these node manipulators, and we're going to do stability. And this is just mirrored glass. I need another one of these. This demonic matrix, which that's easy. And Thaumites. I think I need to... Right, I need to research how to make Thauminite in Thaumic bases. Where's Thaumic bases? So here is the manipulator for stability. There is another one, but we haven't learned it yet. So I just got to find where Thaumanite is. Probably down here somewhere. Oh, there it is. All right, so let me research this, get everything else ready for this, and then we will continue. All right, so we got everything here. I'm going to start this up here. Now, one problem with this one is it has an uneven amount. I think there's 11 things. So it's going to be unstable. We have 9 instability, but we have 10, so we're above it, but it is saying that it's unstable. But we'll just kind of let that run, and yeah. And also, I noticed I've been using netherwort. Netherwort for the Percantio. Actually, let me just... I was actually outside when all those bats spawned. That's kind of nice. I've been using netherwort for the Percantio. You get 1, but if you look at terrawort, there's actually 4, and there's aurum on that. There's 8 aurum on it, 1 netherwort. So that is pretty amazing. I was running around destroying nodes for the 2 aurum, but I didn't know that had 8, so I just thought I'd point that out. All right, we got the recipe for the Thaumanite. Is it Thaumanite it's called? And it's kind of a pain, because you have to get the nuggets. Doesn't say. But you do nuggets, or 1 Thaumium ingot for like 1 nugget kind of thing. I gotta make sure this works. Yeah, we're still going. Oh, here it is. All right, so 1 Thaumium ingot gets you 8 nuggets, which is a bit annoying, but then you just use a crucible. And all these bets. Anyway, let me come back when this is all finished. All right, almost done here. Pulling in the last of the things. This is relatively easy to make. This is probably the easiest thing we've done so far. All right, there is the node manipulator with stability. Now this will turn a pale node into a normal node if what I have read is correct. So let's give this a try. Obviously we can't have this here. I think it needs to go on top. Now I don't know if it needs a redstone signal or anything. I think you just put it on top. Is it Thaumic? Or I can't remember which one it is. Yeah, Thaumic bases. Here it is. That is a whole lot to read. There we go, top downwards. All right, so yeah. SSL is pretty stable. In fact, does not require anything to work. All right, why don't we just put this on here and nope. All right, so if we look at this, let's just double check. Yeah, so it is pale. So let's, I guess, throw this here. Maybe it does need a redstone block like the other one, but all right, so I think, oh, there we go. So you just right click on it and that will, presumably after a certain amount of time, I think it's like 5 minutes or something like that, it should turn the node from pale into just normal. Well, it does say normal pale. Interesting. I don't know. We'll come back when this finishes. All right. And if we look at that, the pale is gone, so it has turned it into a normal node. I'm assuming I can just... What if I can just like shift click this out? Or yeah, you can. I'm assuming that's not gonna like go back. Yeah, I don't think that's like a thing. Let's just go ahead and break that. And we will hold on to that at a later time, because I may upgrade this to a bright node if I ever... I think you need primordial pearls, so if I ever get to that kind of point, maybe that is something to look into. All right. Did I? Oh. Oh, I was like, why is that not working? All right, so hopefully this will feed these better. I still have no idea why all of a sudden these stopped working. Like, this system was working great for how long, and then all of a sudden it just everything started falling apart. So strange. And I had 40 fire in there, or 40 Ignis, so hopefully that'll be a decent amount. But anyway, I had to... I paused the blast furnaces because I had blown through about 18 billion EU. So I wanted to pause them a little bit just to get some of my power back a bit, because obviously I'm not producing enough, but especially not with that stuff not running. That was causing, I think, what, 17,000? That is, I should craft 4 more of these too, but... yeah, I feel like that's just not producing enough anymore. I don't know. Strange. Yeah, see, it's not producing enough, so it's not producing enough steam. That is the weirdest thing. I really just don't understand that, to be honest. Alright, but it was still kind of fun getting all that sorted out. Alright, so another unexplained. I have no idea why I started this up, and all of a sudden we're producing enough lava again. So yeah, I I have no idea why it went back. I'm just gonna say it's because we turned that back into a normal node. So that's totally my story, and we're sticking to it. So yeah, no clue. But we'll pretend like I fixed it and it wasn't some weird quirk or something. So yeah, all this is working. 672 distilled water seems to be where we're staying at. So if that starts dropping below 672, we know there's an issue. I have drained a whole lot of EU producing that stuff, so I just kind of paused them for a bit to build up the build up my buffer a bit. Now the smart thing would be to actually have enough power going so I could run this. So if we look at, we're using 105,000 a year per tick, and then producing about what, 12,000 with the diesel gens, 17,000 for this, so that's what, 29. So 29,000. We got a IV solar panel up here producing 8,000. So what, that 37,000, and then that's producing about 32,000. So I'm producing about 60 69,000 EU per tick. Around there, with everything running. So as you can see, we're short one thing. I should think about... I mean, the question is, do I want to produce more power, or should I just wait to get all the fusion reactor smelted up? And then we can use the fusion reactor to produce much better power in, I think they're plasma turbines or plasma something. Yeah, large plasma generator. I think that's it. Although that is a UV machine hull. Can we make that? Actually, I think we can. Yeah, we get an quad alloy and UV machine casings or osmium. We can actually do that. And then just use that for power. Or do I want to make more like kinetic? I could do like, I mean, see, the problem is if I do more kinetic, I mean, I could do that, but the more I'm using the... So like if I do another kinetic generator, then I have to smelt up 3,000 steel. So like that kind of defeats the purpose. I'm just delaying building the fusion reactor even farther. So I'm thinking I'm going to wait to get the fusion reactor built up is kind of where I'm at right now. Before I kind of worry about that. We're producing a decent amount. As we can see, this is going up pretty quick. It's going up, what, 700,000 EU a second kind of thing? So I'm thinking that's what we're going to do. We're just going to wait for that to craft up, and if I need to craft stuff in the meantime, maybe just pause it. And, well, I have it turned off, but yeah, paused. But I'm kind of at a decision here what I want to do. The fusion reactor is kind of like late game. So we're finally moving into, I'd say, like true late game. The fusion reactor, I think, that kind of gates all the rest of the stuff here. So like ZPM. I want to do like ZPM kinetic. That's not what I want. So the kinetic, yeah, if I want to do this, this is gated behind the fusion reactor. If I want the better circuits, those are gated behind the fusion reactor. So I'd kind of say that the fusion reactor is the true late game. And I'm kind of thinking I want to move my entire base. I've been talking about it for quite a long time. And I'm thinking we're kind of at that point where I want to move everything to a new base. And what I am kind of considering here is what I'm leaning towards is actually building the new base. And this is basically a void world. It's completely flat. The bedrock is right there, and underneath that is just a void world. Or like the void is underneath that. Now, this is always sunny. There's no mobs that ever spawn in this thing. Even, I'm pretty sure they don't even spawn, like if there's darkness, I think. I could be totally wrong with that, but I think monster spawning is actually completely shut off in this. So, and if we look at my FPS, I'm up at 120-ish. Whereas back in this world, which obviously my whole base here and it's running, but my FPS is much lower. Just because I have stuff spawning and water and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, I think I want to move with the fusion reactor and everything, kind of get everything built in this kind of dimension here. But this is quite a large undertaking here. First, I'm gonna have to clear out all this long grass, because Really not a fan of long grass. I could do this in a true void world, but I don't really want to do that. Oh, nice. We finally got your royal princesses. Wow, they're purebred as well. Nice. Alright, but anyway. So I'm thinking... Yeah, I'm thinking this is where I'm going to want to build. Now, I typically want a basement. I have 2 basements in my world, which I'm not going to do here. And I want a 5... Yeah, I want it 5 tall. I like that height. And basically, the underneath is just going to be power, cables, and AE, I think. I did that in my Gregtech series, and I really like that. So basically, what I'm thinking is kind of like that. We'll do like a kind of a cool entrance, maybe. I have no idea. I'm probably not going to get too crazy with the decorative blocks. Because I'm not very good at building. But kind of just throwing this out here, maybe a rough... I don't know, maybe something... kind of like an entrance like that. I'm probably going to build it sort of similar to my actual base that I have right now. I do kind of enjoy the different rooms, but I think I may kind of separate it out a bit more. So, I don't know. Just kind of throwing this out here. Maybe having like over here, say like right here, just totally just throwing this out here. Maybe having my Thaumcraft area, have it kind of like a whole separate area, and then have it connected. I could do the travel anchors to jump around. But have that like whole separate kind of area, and like do a separate little build for that, and then have it kind of connected with maybe like a little pathway, concrete pathway kind of thing. But have it kind of more spread out. I think we're gonna do like, I'm thinking for my oil, like all the distillery, have that all in one little area instead of having like the distillery in one room. Kind of have everything in that deals with oil in one location is kind of what I'm thinking. One large room, maybe. And then doing like ore processing in one room. So have my macerator, ore washer, thermal centrifuge, the furnace all in kind of one little area. I mean, I could even do that in separate buildings even. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. I'm kind of just throwing out kind of different ideas that I'm coming up with. But maybe have different styles for different buildings. I'm not going to, like I said, get too kind of crazy with the creativity. It's not my strong suit. I much prefer automating stuff. But yeah, I am thinking I want the buildings to be built up kind of like that, though. I could even do maybe like the door right there and have this kind of like, it'd kind of be like up like that, I think. Yeah, I'm even out of like polished stone. So I would have this completely, like this would be the building. And then we'll use lots of travel anchors. I could do pathways in between. But I think that is kind of what instead of having one large gray block, I think I want to do something a little bit cooler. But I do like the kind of separate, like I have one assembly room kind of thing. I don't know. I'm just kind of trying to figure out how I want to do this. But I do want to get this set up like a little less organically. I've kind of grown out into one large gray building, so I kind of want to do that. So any suggestions or anything you kind of like to see, feel free to comment. I do read all the comments and try to respond to them, but I do read every comment. Also, like the power station, I could have a power station, like the central kind of area would be like a large power station. Now the power station can be much larger than I have actually built it. I don't particularly like the way it looks, to be honest, but I could build it all the way up to 18. I mean, that is an absolutely massive building. I mean, and I could have that as the central kind of courtyard and then have all the different stuff going off. I don't know. It's just kind of throwing out different ideas. I'm kind of thinking. But yeah, that's about it for this episode. I know I didn't get a whole lot accomplished in this. I know the next couple episodes, I'm not going to get... I probably won't get a whole lot done just because I'm crafting up this fusion reactor, and it is no joke here how much smelting. The osmium alone is going to take me about 20 hours, I think, of just smelting. So basically, going to be AFK in a bit. I think. But as we can see, this all needs to... Then we need to get the Enderium smelted up. I think there's about 900 of those that needs to be smelted. I could break this down a little bit into... Like, okay, so this recipe needs 900. What do we need? I need to really wrap this up because this episode's getting long. But really quick, I could cancel this thing and kind of break it up into smaller parts. So we got 448 plus 915. Which is 1363. I could cancel that and then just do the Enderium ingots. Maybe. Or just do, like, the pipes. Whatever we need for the... Holy cow. Yeah, 2,726 more pipes. But let me kind of figure out that in between episodes, I think. And like I said, leave comments. Anything you'd kind of want to see or any ideas would be cool to hear. But anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. So thanks for watching and have a good one.